Hi guys, welcome to volume 2 of A Couple's Thing, where we touch on a couple of things. I'm Nicole and
I'm Justin.
Today on volume 2 we're going to discuss 3 topics that we actually let my Instagram vote on, and they are: should double standards exist, does money and status define people, and pornography in a relationship. So we're going to give each topic 20 minutes. We're going to be very raw, very honest, just discuss amongst ourselves what we think on the topics. We wrote down a couple of keynotes. So we're going to start out with, does status and money define us?
Let's see. I feel like status defines dating a lot, just because I don't see many people dating out of their status or just where they are in their life. I don't see women dating down. Women's always gonna date up. A man will date down. Like a man that's established, that has money, he'll date down as long as she's hot, and could be just a prize piece on his own. I don't think a woman, unless a woman's like a straight cougar type status, but for most women I see they have to be on an even playing field. Otherwise, I think they'll demean a man.
Yeah, and I think that that's not fair. I don't think it should be that way. I feel like I've had a lot of conversations with women that are like, you know, I need to know his credit score, and he has to live alone, he has to have a car, he has to have this, this, and this.
I mean, that's fine as long as they have those things. Don't reach for something you don't set all these standards and you live with your mom. It's like,
that's one of my main points. Like, I've had conversations in the past where women literally say, like, I can't date him because he dresses bad, his job is whack, so to speak, he doesn't make enough money, I have to pay for everything. I don't agree with that. As long as as long as he is respectful, he has ambition and has some goals as to where he wants to go. Maybe he's home because he wants to save money to buy a house. It's not easy to do those things, you know. Maybe he's trying to fix things, or maybe he's just helping his parents out. Like, I don't know.
There's a difference. You could be helping your mom and she's living with you, or you're living with her.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all about age too. Like, if you're young and you're in college but you don't have a good job, like, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're striving to do something, you got ambition, that's all that matters. Like, I've seen young people so many times just want to be with the biggest drug dealer on the block because they see shiny things and lights.
That's
but
very true.
That dude got ambition, baby. Look in his eyes.
Don't do it. Oh my God. No.
He mopping the floor next week we might copyright.
I mean, okay, so what do you think about people, for example, let's say you worked at McDonald's and I work at like a hedge fund. What makes us so different? Like, why does our paycheck and where our place of work define us?
If you want to build it, money comes into play.
Yeah.
It defines you. You can't be with somebody at McDonald's if you want to have kids and a family. You can't afford that on a McDonald's check.
That is very true.
So
I mean,
it comes into play. Like, I don't call people gold diggers because they want somebody on their level. I think a gold digger is somebody that
doesn't want to do anything.
Only date somebody that has money and has more money than them and that could take care of them.
That's very true.
You know, most women with money are just looking for somebody on the same playing field. They're not necessarily, they got their own, you know what I'm saying?
That's very true. What do you think about label whores? Like, needing labels to define what you actually have. Because most people that have all these labels, a lot of them, they don't have the means. It's called, there's a term my mom used to say, ghetto fabulous. When you don't have the money to pay for certain bills and things, but you have the money for a $600 bill.
I mean, scammer fabulous now, I guess.
It's what?
Well, scammer fabulous now. It's most people that show off don't got it. If you got it, you don't have to show it.
That's very true.
So, if I see people on the gram with all these different brands and status pieces,
yeah. Status pieces. Here's what I think about labels, because I think it's cool if you have a job and you work very hard, you earn your money. Let's say you do want to save up for something that's fairly expensive. Everyone has their vices. I respect people's vices. Mine is technology and makeup. I like to own good high-end makeup that works for me, and I love to own technology. But things that I know I'm gonna use often, like
you're not going broke for anything. People go broke for shit like
that. That's
my
thing.
So they can look a certain way. If you're doing it so you can look a certain way, or because people see me with those Jordans, they're gonna think I'm fresh. I have a Hermes bag and you riding the train. Like,
I've always felt that way. I've always said that one bag I've always wanted is a Celine bag, and I think it was a Python. It was probably 7 years ago, and it retailed at like $19,000. Back then, I wouldn't have cared about spending the money on it. I don't know how I would have gotten it, but nowadays I think about it and I sit back and I'm like, what's the significance? Like, I can take $19,000 and literally invest into a home that we want, something for our future. I can start a business. There are so many things that you can do, and I feel that it's cool to enjoy luxury items. Every now and then it's cool to just splurge, and you can have a Gucci belt and be on the train. Like, as long as you're doing it for you and not for an audience.
The most people I know that are label whores and floss and post it on their brand and everything don't got it. They just want to look like they have it.
Yes, I agree.
Just because it's a hood mentality. Like, you come up with nothing all your life. So you see somebody with something, it might be the drug dealer on the block or somebody just making money, and you want those pieces because it attracts women, it attracts attention. Even dudes look up to you. It makes
people wonder.
Yeah. So, but it's like, it's who are you doing it for? Like, you're doing it for everybody else. So what does it really matter? And it's not. And it's attracting the wrong energy. You attract the people that are just materialistic and just want to be with you for your status, so they think you got money. Like,
what do you think about materialistic people, though?
Materialistic people? I don't know. It's for the birds.
You're the one person that does not care about that at all. Like,
no, I like to look good like anybody else, but material things don't define me. Like, I'm still me. Like,
I think that's what's important. Like, when you think about social media and all of these people that have clout, status, and money, and they're just flexing for the gram. Like, I call it perpetrating a fraud, and I can't stand it when someone like shows off money on Instagram. What do you guys get out of doing that? I'm trying to understand it.
Why do you have all that money on you?
That's so
like, that's what banks are for.
That's very true.
Like, it's just, it makes no sense to me. Most friends that I have that are like that are straight from the hood, and like I said before, they just do it for little status pieces just so they can be noticed by mostly females, you know?
Yeah.
Power to PSSY.
I find it really difficult to have friends like that. Like, just to even be in a circle around, like, let's say the girl.
They ain't like that around me. Like, I know he stunts on the gram, he stunts on here, stunts on there. I know you know what I'm talking about. But he's very humble to me, and I know he's a good dude, but he does it all for me.
Okay. All right, I know the person.
You get some PSSY, but PUSY, I can't even spell it.
PUSY.
PUSSY.
Pussy.
I never had that mentality. I always felt like my words will do the talking.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, there were times where I would see things online or in magazines, and I would genuinely want it.
Were you ever attracted to a dude because
of what he was wearing?
Because of what he was wearing, what he was pushing, and shit like that? Be honest.
Probably in high school, yeah. There was like, oh my god, there was this guy in high school where he used to come in with like the flyest Jordans, and he had a car, and he had like the newest cell phone that was out, and the two-way pager, and I thought that was everything, huh? What did you say?
I said you old.
I am old. But I don't know, I gravitated towards it. But in my defense, it wasn't because he had money and he was flossing. It was because he was working hard for it. He earned it. Like, he did his thing, and he became that on his own. He didn't use, like, mommy's money to get him there. or he didn't do it for attention. He did it just because he likes to feel good. So I was attracted to that area of confidence, I would say.
I'm not mad at it. If you work hard for it, you want to floss, you want to look good, by all means.
Exactly.
Just as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, I really don't care.
I'm not going to lie.
Just don't do it for people out there that just doing it for the look. Do it because it makes you feel good, and that's it. Now support it.
But wait, I want to own luxury things. I do. Because I like things that are made well, very, very well, and that have longevity. So sometimes I do splurge, I guess, or if I have a big fixation on it and I never get over it, I start to invest in it because I know that it's something I want and can't get out of my head. But I'll never go over my means. But then I'll talk myself out of it because I start to realize all the other things I could be doing with that money. So, I mean, it just really depends, but I just always believe staying true to myself is what's important.
Yeah, I always used to brag about how cheap my shit is, not how expensive my shit is. So I see people bragging about how much this is, how much that is. I'm like, wow, like I could have got that for half the price, you know what I'm saying?
And it doesn't even matter, really.
Like, I wear suits every day, and none of my suits are more than $200. Like,
and he still looks fly.
Yeah, and I finesse shit. Like,
because it's not, it's how you wear the clothing.
Yeah.
It's not like the clothing wearing you. I think that's where people lose themselves also. With clothes, with money.
Listen, I don't believe in the other end of the spectrum where it's like you're a billionaire and you wear the same shoes, same jeans, same t-shirt every day. Like, I think that's funny too. Like,
no, that is crazy.
Like, you got the means, like, you know, treat yourself.
But Steve Jobs said that, and I might be off by a little bit, the reason why he did that is because he just put too much thought into it. People put too much thought into what they're going to wear daily to impress who. But really, you should just dress to be comfortable, to get shit done. And guess what? He got shit done. Not that people that take time to do that can't, but maybe that was just his way of functioning. We can shoot down to the next topic, which we have a lot to say. So it's double standards between men and women.
Like a man gets glorified for sleeping around with a bunch of women, and a woman is just a hoe, she's a slut if she's promiscuous.
I feel indifferent about it.
Different?
Yeah, like...
I don't believe in that double standard shit.
Your body is your temple, as is a man's. I'm not saying that a man's body isn't his temple, but I just feel like, I don't know. I personally, I'll speak for myself, I personally would not sleep around. I can't do it. It's just, you don't know what's out there. And this goes for anybody and everybody. You don't know what's out there. And I'm not only basing it on diseases and stuff, just a level of respect and dignity maybe for yourself.
I feel like a guy's a hoe if he sleeps around with mad girls like irresponsibly and shit. But like if you're single, you're just dating, like I don't see nothing wrong with it. We're especially in America, we're so taboo with sex and everything. And,
that is very true.
And you get so criticized for who you sleep with and all that stuff. I really don't believe that. I never thought like, oh, you slept with this dude. Like, your past is your past. Like, I never asked a girl how many people she slept with. One, I don't want to know. I don't want to know, one, and it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter because a woman could lie, a man could lie, like both could lie. You're never gonna find the real answer either.
Like if it's only gonna get you
nowhere.
Upset. If the number's too high, you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn, she knew everybody. Or if the number's too low, you're gonna think she's lying.
And
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but also you're gonna think she's more inexperienced. Also.
Yeah, that's true. But if you're with somebody, you're with that person because of that person at that time and that moment in time when y'all cross paths. So what they've done before, it really doesn't matter to me, honestly. It never really has. And if you're a girl, that's your body, that's how you want to live your life, is how you want to live your life. You want to be promiscuous, be promiscuous, just know what's out there, just know how people are going to talk to you. But if you don't care, you wear it on your sleeve, then fuck it, man. Live your best life, be confident, and do what you got to do.
Many say that we hold all the power. Like, pussy is the power, apparently. But, and in many cases it is, but if I were to really get deep into it, it really isn't. Based on, like, how women get paid and stuff like that, we really aren't. But if you really get into everything, but if we're taking it sexually, the only thing that I like to say is just, like, why, and this is a question, and it's not me judging or anything, like, why do women just let any guy have sex with them? For any apparent reason.
Right, so
he has a great car. Boop, this is the reason.
They say a girl knows whether she's going to sleep with a man.
That is very true.
The first couple minutes of meeting, right?
Very seconds.
So all you're doing from then on out is just seeing if he's going to fuck it up. So you're going through all this shit because of what? True. How people look at you, or you don't want to look as a hoe, you don't want to do this, but your pussy's screaming like, fuck this dude. Like, it's all the outside opinions and outside world that is telling you different. That is very true. Or maybe like I think, honestly, you just changed my answer a little bit by saying that, because I always thought of it from like a dignity perspective on like, I just can't walk into a club, that's kiss a guy. But you can't judge somebody if they could.
Of course not. And that's true, because there are people that they just feel in the heat of the moment with somebody. They don't look at it as a point of, oh, this is going to be for the rest of my life. I just want this for tonight. It's going to be fun, and that's it. And I can't wrap my mind around that, but just you saying that now, it's all about really freedom and having the right to do what you want with your own body. So I get that.
It's your body, it's your decision. Like, even with men, like, I've been through single phase, and I've been through that whole phase.
Oh, yes, you have. I witnessed most of it.
Anyway, but you get, I don't know, everybody's conscience is different, but you get to a certain point. I got to a certain point where I just felt used. Like,
tell me what you said. Tell me what you said to me.
What?
Remember when you said there was one time that, like, you actually snapped into focus because you felt like a piece of meat?
I just felt like a piece of dick. Like, I'm sweating, my back hurting and everything, and I don't even like this girl. Like that.
But that's what bothers me. We've gone through health class. Our parents tell us all the time. We hear these scary stories, and at the end of the day, we still go and do it anyway. You'll go and do it without freaking rubber. You don't ask questions like, when did you last have? I feel like all of that is important. If you're gonna enter my body, I want to know where you've been.
As long as you live in your truth, man, that's all that matters. Yeah. Like, nobody can tell you anything. Nobody can call you a hoe if you're living what you are. Like, I hate the ones that try to hide it.
Oh my God.
Or be little low-key hoes and then act like good girls and shit like that. Those are the ones you could point and be like, fucking hoe.
She's a mess.
But as long as you live in your truth, you wear it on your sleeve, like that whole Amber Rose slut walk thing, like, I support that.
I don't.
It's your body, it's your choice.
I do not support a slut walk.
What you mean?
At all.
Why
the
not?
way she's going about it, I don't support it. I get the message that she's trying to convey, but why do we need clothing that screams slut, whore, a belt that says hoe? Why do we need that?
It's kind of like how...
What is that showing to little girls? Because little girls, do you want your daughter in that slut walk? Even though you know what it stands for, would you?
It depends. There's versions in that slut walk that just saying, like, I can show my body, but I still sacred.
I know. I think that's just America. I think that's just the United States with their whole, like, oh my God, a nipple. She's breastfeeding. Wow, an ass. You go anywhere outside of the world and people walk by naked in the beach and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, half of it is like, I could show this, but I'm not asking to get raped.
But how many other ways?
To get harassed.
That is true, and I'm all for that. But how many other ways are there to convey that message?
She getting a voice out there. She is more for, you know, rape and the whole Me Too movement and stuff like that, and just the whole abolishment of double standards. That's the main focus of it. She ain't telling everybody just suck random dick and just be a hoe. Like,
she is though, because if you want to do that, live your truth. She's saying that if
that's what you want to do, yeah. But she's not encouraging young ladies like, hey, go be a hoe. That is true.
Fine. I guess I just don't like the whole clothing appeal, the name slut walk. I don't want my kid in that. I don't.
Of course.
But cheating. When a woman cheats, it's because, you know, she found something wrong in the relationship, or she was holding on for a long time.
I'll tell you why. Because women get it thrown at them all day, every day.
And men don't. There are men that do too. No, do you though?
No, I get thrown at me.
But since we've been together, has anyone thrown it at you? Be honest.
Not that I know. I don't notice it. I got my blinders up.
Okay.
Um,
No, I really won't get mad at them. I'm curious. I really am. And then men cheat, and it's like, oh wow, let me see, shorty's bad, and it becomes this thing where it's cool to have a side chick. It's cool to be cheating on your other girl, and oh my god, you're getting away with it.
Depends on friends you keep, because most friends, honestly, my friends, they're like, oh shit, yeah, she bad, but like, yo, bro, just know, like, know what you're doing. Like, there's consequences for everything.
What do you think makes a man cheat, though?
There's different variables. Most men cheat. They ain't getting none, or they just not happy at home. Or it could just be somebody, or they're just not getting attention, or they're not. They don't feel wanted.
I think also men cheat because they can. They want to see if they can get away with it. Like, I've heard that before. I've heard a guy say, I just want to see that I still have it. I've been in this relationship for so long. Well, yeah, I know that. But, you know, the guys that are like, I've been in this relationship for so long, I just want to see if I still got it. Or, like, I'm not excited anymore in my own relationship, so I need to fulfill it with someone else. Or this person's not giving me this.
I mean, the reasons I've cheated in my past is just plain sex, because I wasn't getting sex. Attention, not getting attention, not getting no love, just being neglected in my relationship. I was looking for something else. You were looking for something
else. But my thing is, why not just break up?
But
why not just break up then?
I don't know. Sometimes you want your cake and eat it too.
Okay. That's the honest answer.
Different things. And like, sometimes you just cheat. My last was just cheated for sex, and then, yeah, that's it. And
but
I was hoping like I would get sex, and then I'll stop cheating. It sounds crazy, but...
And then you don't, though. You continue. No. You see, that's...
But I never got sex. So.
I get it, but then I feel like at that point you just pick up and leave. Because for a woman...
said and done.
No, of course. But for a woman, I believe it takes a lot to cheat because women cheat emotionally more. Like, it's more of a, I've tried. I'm giving up because now this person is giving me more attention. This person is doing all the things that person isn't doing.
Why do you think that it's easier for a woman to forgive a man for cheating than it is for vice versa?
That is such a big double standard. And I think it's a double standard on our side because we forgive all the time. But the minute a woman does something, the man is like, you're gone. They forget. They forget about the whole relationship. Even if they did cheat,
that's machismo shit. Like, you can't... Because you got to think about another man and piping girl.
So that just shows how much stronger a woman is. Because a woman has to sit there and picture her man ramming another woman. It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
It's the same thing.
Imagine motherfucking Jamal just coming in here with a 12 inches just ramming you out.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
It is. What if she got a fat ass? What if the girl has a fat ass with perfect titties and the perfect stomach and long, beautiful hair? Because this is what all men want, apparently. Crystal blue eyes, but she got tan skin.
Yeah, she ain't gonna wreck my life.
She can get pregnant. What do you mean?
I mean, she ain't gonna put it on me like...
You don't know that. I mean, how do you know that? So,
but a man's ego couldn't live with that. A woman doesn't... I don't think a woman has an ego that big.
Even all of that.
It's worse just because it's so emotional.
I believe emotional cheating is way worse.
Yeah, and it's so emotional like that. Because if a woman... You have to take a woman to a certain point to cheat. Unless she just... I don't know. Just promiscuous or whatever. And just not meant to be in a relationship. For a woman to cheat out of a relationship that she's committed to, it's going to take a lot of the guy neglecting, and it's going to take a lot from the other dude just emotionally being there and just always there.
I agree.
So it's just more connection-wise. I think that's why it's harder for men to forgive. And once a woman cheats, she's kind of clocked out of a relationship too.
Men can cheat and still be fully invested. There are men that cheat the day before their wedding, dude.
Happy as shit.
It's true. What are your thoughts on men judging other men based on looks, what they wear, complimenting them, complimenting them, and then some?
Complimenting? It depends. I ain't gonna be like, bro, you guys look fat in them jeans.
I mean, that's not a good compliment.
can say
A
it to a
compliment
girl.
is-
Girls can say it to girls. Yeah, girl, look at that cake.
All right, look at that cake is saying, look at that ass. It's not saying, wow, those jeans are beautiful on you. You know what I mean? Like, a guy, I feel like if a guy is wearing a really nice suit or a really nice outfit or a cool hat, bro, your fit is fire. Like, that's it.
No, that's fine.
Or like, wow, he looks really nice.
No, guys, you could actually compliment, oh, those shoes are fire, oh, that's a nice fit, nice cut.
I don't think there's
but you
anything
can't
wrong
be
with
like,
that.
yeah, he's an attractive man.
Yes, you can.
No, but that's like the double standard. Like a guy can't say that without looking gay and shit.
But that's the thing. I feel like as long as you're secure.
Especially if you're young.
Yeah, but as long as you're secure with who you are as a person, it doesn't matter. You should be able to say, wow, he is very handsome or he's very good looking.
No, you know what's ugly, you know what's good looking.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm at the age of, like, yeah, he's a good looking kid. I can say that. That's
good looking
acceptable.
kid, good looking guy, good looking
like,
man.
He's a good looking kid. I can't be like, that's a good looking man.
Why?
Like,
Why?
it just sounds crazy.
Who gives a shit though?
Just
Think
the
about it.
Standard does.
No, but you see, that's the thing. You're basically telling me that you're giving into they. You care what they think.
No, I don't, but most people do.
But would you compliment a man then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, bro, that bulge.
No,
fantastic.
come on.
It's a certain age though. Like younger dudes can't be like, nah, he's good looking. Like they just can't. Like it's just weird. Older dudes can. Like, oh, yeah, it's a good looking dude.
Yeah, but I think that's a problem with the parents. The parents are not teaching their kids
I don't think
to
it's
be
parents,
true to themselves.
it's about
So
how you look
who
to
is
your
it?
friends. So it's not about
But
the
guess
parents.
what? Yes, my mother raised me in a way not to give a rat's ass what anyone thinks about my opinion.
But that's the
and
whole
who I
double
am.
standard. You could call a woman beautiful. You
But
could
no, I'm talking
compliment her
about
and all that.
parent. The parent is the one that molds you into being the person that you are today.
I
Yes,
guess,
you have
all
your own
friends,
experiences
if they were
and all
raised
that,
the right
but
way.
exactly. So a kid, let's say 15 years old, lives in the hood saying, yo, my bro, you look fly. That's cool. It should be fine. It shouldn't be like, oh my God, you're instantly gay if you think a person of the same sex is wearing an outfit nicely. Like, I can compliment a woman. I know when a woman is beautiful, in my opinion, of course. Like, wow, her hair is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, she's stunning. Look at her body. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Trying to abolish these double standards.
Yeah, which leads me to this topic.
I mean, men already looking like gay men, so I guess you could compliment them. You can't tell a gay man from a straight man in the street no more because we wearing the same thing.
What do you mean? I need you to like elaborate
the whole
on that.
metrosexual, like dude shorts are short as gay dude shorts.
But you see, this is what I want to get at. Who the hell said that if your shorts are too short, it makes you gay? Who made that rule? An idiot.
When gay people started wearing
An idiot.
shorts.
You see, but that's a problem. That's a problem, and I don't want you thinking that way either.
I'm not
it's
saying
just,
how I think.
I know.
They.
It's not cool. It's basically saying, like, for example, men are now, I saw that. Men are now rolling out wearing floral. You know, they're doing the whole, like, I'm gonna wear women's clothing, the whole romper thing.
No, I think
it's just freedom. Wait, before you judge. No, before you judge. I think it's freedom to express yourself because dressing is a form of art at the end of the day, the way piercings and tattoos are. So I don't think that the way someone dresses should justify their sexual orientation.
It depends. There's a line of these things. You can wear shorts above your knees and stuff like that. That's fine.
I know somebody that wears
fitted
a kilt.
And all like that.
I know someone that wears a kilt,
mean,
and that's his regular outfit.
Irish.
No, he's not. He is a black African American male, and he makes it look so fire. And he's so secure with his sexuality and who he is as a person.
He's probably in the fashion world. He probably
not now.
There's certain lines that you can't cross as a straight dude.
Who created these lines?
If you have to unbutton your shit and let it touch the ground before you pee, like, nah.
But okay, here's my thing. Fight me on this then. Who is they? Who made up these rules?
I just don't feel
no, but
masculine.
You got it
like
from somewhere.
No,
yes.
I wouldn't feel masculine.
But guess what?
Like
if you grew up in a world where men are wearing skirts, you wouldn't even know the difference.
Well, we don't. Don't give me these hypotheticals.
No, but
living in the world we're living in right now. We ain't doing all this.
But still, it's just, you're basically contradicting yourself because you're saying you don't care and you're cool and you don't care what anybody else thinks, but you're saying there's a limit to how far you go.
There's a limit on how far you go. Yes, there is.
I don't think so. I think it's the way you carry yourself. It's the way you carry yourself.
Myself like a straight dude wearing a romper.
Yes, you can.
There's no.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. And
show me how he gets in it and gets out of it.
That doesn't matter. So how he puts his legs in one after the other and zips it up matters now.
Babe, can you get the back?
I disagree. I disagree. That's crazy. Men that showcase their emotions. We grew up in a world where when you're a kid as a male, and I don't know if this happened to you, when you're a kid as a male, your father, your mother, people tell you, stop crying. Don't be a little girl. Don't be a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, do you think that's right?
No,
do you think that's fair?
Because you're going to show your emotions in another way. You tell him not to cry, hold it in. He might become a bully because he's just mad and, oh man, he's feeling all these emotions. Like, he got to beat somebody up because of it. I always put my emotions on the sleeve. I used to fucking cry every time I struck out, every time, like, basketball. I'm a crier. I'm an emotional person.
He is.
But the funny part is, my dad is the one that's like, men ain't supposed to cry, but he's the biggest fucking softie.
Really?
Hope you watch this.
I just feel like...
if you're an emotional person, it doesn't... What you have to separate it is from being emotional makes you soft. It don't. It just makes you a human. You can be emotional, you can cry. Don't cry. Don't be a crybaby. Like, but if shit really affects you, it's okay to release and cry. Cry around your boys or whatever like that. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But just, I don't know.
I think it's actually flat. Like, it's nice to see a guy in tune with his emotions. Like, when we watch TV sometimes, and I see you with, like, a tear in your eye, or... He cries. He takes his glasses off. He starts wiping his face. I think that's nice.
Air in this apartment.
We always like, oh, it's the debris falling from the sky.
It's a circulation of air in the studio apartment. It has a certain necessity.
Right. No, like, I actually find that more attractive because it just, to me, feels like you're just more in tune with who you are. And things affect you because you're a human being. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So for all you guys out there,
situations where men can't cry, like if somebody's like getting in your face and you're like, "Why are you insulting me?" And you just cry like, "Nah, you a bitch."
I mean, that's.
But like if you cry over like emotional shit or shit that affects you.
But there's some people that cry because it makes them angry because they get angry.
Alright, that's fine. As long as you stand up for yourself, it's fine. But you just can't be a pussy.
See, that's the word we want to remove. Because it doesn't make you a pussy. And why that word? But why that word? Why are you the most powerful thing in the world?
I'm not
when
saying
you
the most
no. Pussy is known to be arguably one of the most powerful things in the world. It gives life. It runs everything, as all say, as most say. So why is someone
that's that whole thing,
a
like,
pussy when they cry?
Like a guy, oh, you got balls. Balls are mad sensitive. You flick them, start crying.
Yeah, what is that too?
But if you're a pussy, then that means it's soft. But pussy's durable. Can take a good pounding. Shit bleeds once a month. Like
what?
Thing,
oh man. Okay. That was funny. That was the whole. That's just going somewhere else. Question. This is touchy to me, so I'm just gonna bring it up because I don't know how I feel about it. Female bisexuality versus male bisexuality.
If you're a bisexual male, you're gay.
I'm sorry, I genuinely believe that, and I know that.
But it depends.
As a bisexual
are you taking it or are you giving it? If you're giving it, it's just like, I don't know, it's just another ass, but it's on a boy.
And it's just because you're attracted to him. Yeah, I get that, but I personally feel like...
I feel like, if you feel like you go to that extreme...
I'm sorry. I love gay people. Since I was a little girl, like, my mom has had me around all of her friends from her Sound Factory days. But I just feel like if you go as a man towards the opposite, towards the same sex, it just, you're
it's a
gay.
big commitment.
It is. I don't even know how to explain it, but I get that you could
but that's
just
the
be.
Whole
No, but I get you.
It
is, and I get that you could just be attracted. I get that you could just be attracted to both men and women, but I just feel that as a man,
it's this vibe. I'm just attracted to the person. A lot of people say that.
Okay, remember that scene?
Attracted to the person.
Yeah. Remember that scene in Insecure? The guy that he's like, I did it once in
one
college
time,
because it was offered to me. Like, I don't know. I can't understand it. I can't wrap my mind around it. To me, the gentleman is gay if he has sexual intercourse with another man or likes another man.
Or if he just likes the man.
You see, the thing is, we live in a society right now where everyone's gender neutral and no titles.
It's pretty nice.
And I actually really commend that. I love that.
So I'm sorry, I agree with her, man. I'm sorry we don't have a debate on this, man.
It's
if you
tough.
walk that dick plank, it takes a lot, man.
It does. It's tough. And I want to say
Every time I think like, oh man, he's a good looking dude.
Yeah.
And you know, like, guys question their sexuality sometimes.
Do they?
All you gotta think about is a man. All you gotta think about is a man on you. And if you don't run, don't forget about all them things. Listen, man. Channing Tatum's an attractive man, but just imagine a man on top of you, bro. Just face to face. Nah, son, you gay.
Guys, we are all for, but we are all for the LGBTQRS.
Both of my brothers are gay. I just want to see if they watch this.
Oh my god. Okay. This one is a little bit more serious. No, it is more serious. This one. So, rape within women raping men and men raping women. There's this whole stigma about a woman is not strong enough to have power over a man like that.
And he has to get an erection.
So he has to get an erection. But first of all, scientifically, doesn't a man just get an erection if he's touched in a certain way? No? Okay. I just wanted to justify that. I don't know. Sure. Because I know that sometimes it can be touched.
No, honestly, no. Like, just nerves could get you to not have an erection. There's so many times I speak to many people, including myself, that I couldn't get an erection.
Okay.
Girl could be hot as fuck, but nerves get to you, the moment gets to you, no matter what they do.
And then a lot of people say, how exactly can a woman rape a man? I mean, I'm
think
sure
that as well.
Do you?
Yeah, it's
so
hard to get an erection unless shorty just sits on your face.
But okay, rape is not just let's just say sexual assault. There, I'll use that.
Of course. But you gotta have a gun to my head. I don't think no girl could like physically get me to have sex with them.
See, but now I think you're thinking as if you're
I think
your
it's
age.
more.
What if it's a kid? Because it happens.
Yeah, that's different. And like, of course, the little kid get an erection the first time you see a titty. You don't know what's going on, and then they be like, oh, what? Like the teacher and student things. They're like, oh man, props, bro, you fucking teacher, but that dude might be scarred, and she might have like really played some mental shit on him to get him to have sex with her, and like he might be scarred and have like.
That is true.
And that is rape at the end of the day, like.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, why you being a bitch?
Even when it's consensual.
You got pussy, like, why you being a bitch?
But even when it's consensual, what do you...
feel forced or, like...
But wait, what are your thoughts if the guy is sleeping? Or if the guy is drunk? Because this is a really, really big case. Like, a lot of women get raped when they're drugged, or when they're sleeping, or when they are under the influence.
We're not questioning women rape. Women rape is women rape. Like, any way of...
No, of course. But I'm just saying now... It's a woman doing it to a man while he's unconscious or while he's drunk. Does the same rule apply if a guy says no and the woman keeps going while he's drunk?
Yeah, of course. It's hard for a male to voice it. He's gonna feel like crazy to like, yo, this girl took advantage of me when he was drunk. I'm like, what?
Which which taps into
Pussy's
emotions.
pussy. Like, no. Like, I had a girl, like, and she then took advantage of me. Like, it could happen. It could definitely happen. Especially young age, or just...
I try to think of all the ways that a woman could hold a man down to force him to have sex, and I
I
can't wrap my brain around it, but I do know that it happens. I'm sure that it happens.
I mean, there's some big bitches out there.
They don't even have to be big, though. Like, for example, Shia LaBeouf got raped. And he got raped during one of his art ensembles that he does, where he put on, like, a paper bag and let strangers just come and talk to him, and apparently a fan or something raped him.
How?
I don't know the specifics, but this came from, like, his manager, and he released it after or something. I believe that.
How?
I believe, you see, but that's the thing. Just because
it's
you
a
feel like
public
you
exhibit. How is somebody just
yeah, but you go in one
right
at a
in front
time.
of
You go
everybody?
no, it doesn't happen in front of everybody.
No,
You go in one at a time.
My head, you can do whatever you want to.
You never know though. That's the thing. Like, Lord, you see, this is the sad part that people put it past
It's
women.
harder for me to believe a male gets raped.
I know, no, and it is, and that's the sad thing because it happens, I'm sure, daily. And you hear the news and you watch the news and you're like, oh my God, she got raped. Because you think of how big and powerful the man was, and he had restraints on her, and you can't think of that when it's a woman doing it to a man, but there are women that are stronger than men.
That's
or
true.
I can think of it as like a threatening thing. Like, what if they're like...
But if I'm scared, I'm not getting an erection. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
If you're like, yo, get that dick hard, like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, I'm sorry.
Would you take my last name?
No.
Why not?
Because no.
I need an explanation.
Huh? Because you're taking my name. My name is on male.
Okay, but why do you feel that it's important for a woman to take a man's name over him taking her name? I genuinely want to know.
Honestly, it's just...
Are you just used to tradition?
It's just why does eggs go great with bacon?
But
It's just
bacon
how
goes
it
great with
is.
everything.
Right. Why do burgers, you have to have french fries? You want to do that too? You want fucking side salad?
Doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's
It doesn't.
because somebody started doing it, and then that's how everybody's been doing it ever
But where do you
since.
think the origin began? Like,
I don't know.
why?
Cavemen.
Okay, Zoe.
I'm hunting food.
You like Zoe Saldana, right?
Uh-huh.
Her husband took her last name. Do you think that's a...
I mean, Zaldana is a cool name. Maybe he's
So-
got a cool name.
No. I personally don't see an issue with it. It's a last name. Who cares? I feel like a male feels
Bro, they announce
emasculated.
you at the wedding. Yo, there's jokes galore. I can't invite any
See,
of my
but this
friends.
just goes to show. No, wait.
Nicole and Justin Cofield.
Here,
Like,
this just goes to show how much, and this is just an example. This just goes to show how much you give a fuck about what people think.
But
If
that,
you think,
yeah.
well,
You know
why?
how hard it is to tell people
But why?
that I took her last name?
So what?
It means you're
So
pussy
what?
whipped to the T.
No, it does not.
Yes,
So
it
then
does.
basically I should be pussy whipped is what
No.
you're saying.
I know.
So then why is it
I mean,
okay?
It's just tradition. You take the man's last name. Just because it's just the man, it's always been like this since the beginning of time.
Yes,
That the
and
man
it's
is
always
the
been Adam
breadwinner.
and Eve, and now it's Adam and Steve. The world is changing. So basically, I need you to give me a good argument as to why it is so indifferent for a man to take a woman's last name.
It's not
There's
indifferent.
nothing
It
wrong
ain't.
with it.
It's not.
You think there's some? You think it's emasculating? You
Yeah,
think
I
that
think it
it
is.
makes you less of a man than say
It
that?
doesn't make you less of a man. Honestly, this is where it depends, right? It depends if your father was in your fucking life. Deadass. Because if I'm a dude that my father was in my life, I don't give a fuck about my last name. Like my boy John.
So if you
My
had,
boy John changed his whole last name to get away from his father, changed it to his mom. But if he didn't change it before him and his girl got married, he probably would take his girl's name just because he didn't want his last name. Because his father was never there. So like, if the last mean nothing to you, yeah, take your girl's last name. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to be mad at that. But I want the Feliciano name to live on.
see, personally, I don't care because I don't want any ties to my last name. I don't communicate with hardly anyone in my family. and I've told you that I've always wanted your last name.
Mm-hmm.
I am just looking at a broad spectrum of
No.
why is it such a big deal, and this is the double standard in it.
For me personally, like, yeah, I would dead ass. I'm thinking about how niggas will roast me straight up.
Yeah, because you care about what people think.
I do care. At a certain point, you do care. Like, yo, I have to introduce myself. Like, that's not my name no more. I have to take hers.
It's a
Like,
name.
nah,
It doesn't change.
It sounds.
See,
It
I
still
know,
sounds crazy to me. Call me
I get that,
old-fashioned.
but you want to know what sounds crazy to me? And this is. I hope people see this part. Is that you care so much about what other people think that you can't even change a stigma. Like, you can't say there should be no problem with it.
No, I'm
it's
not
a
saying
name.
That.
It's literally just a name. It doesn't change your sexual orientation. It doesn't change the paychecks you receive. It literally changes nothing. It just changes your last name. That's it. And I don't like my last name.
I'm on the same playing field of you don't have to take my last name. So it shouldn't be forced either way. So
okay.
I'm equal on
That's
that
fair.
point of view. Like, it shouldn't be forced either way. If you want to keep your last name, I'm not mad at that.
I don't.
That's your last name. No. I'm saying
I'm
like
taking
anybody
yours.
else. That's your last name. I'm not mad at that. Even if you want to put your last name on our kid's birth certificate, if you're like the last Cofield and you really want to keep that name, and your father had all daughters, and you want that name to live on, and you actually put that for
all daughters. So sons don't have the last name?
Say your father had all daughters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they all maybe eventually get married, and then the kids
they all lose their last name.
They all lose their last name. The kids get the father's last name. If
Okay.
you want to live on your last name for generations, I get that as well.
Okay.
And you can put that on the
Fair
kids. You
enough.
ain't putting that shit on me. But
Fair enough.
My son
It boils down to what I'm getting, and this is just only from you, of course. What I'm getting is just that it's more of a man thing, that you guys need to feel that sense of ownership and tradition.
I wouldn't say ownership. I just don't want to get roasted.
Yeah. Now we are going to move on to the topic that has been most requested and has literally ignited more than 5 arguments between us. We are going to have a fair debate on this, and we can agree to disagree.
Okay.
But after we leave this table and stop filming, we're back to us. Deal? Okay.
You want to watch porn? Right?
Pornography in relationships. I was doing some research for a couple of days.
They watching porn?
No. I literally actually looked up different things, and these are from like sociologists that have their doctorates and they study this. Pornography while in a relationship. So one little thing that I gathered is that researchers, and these are sociologists from the University of New Mexico, and I'm not sure if I remember if it was NYU or Yale, not sure. Researchers say that married men and women who use pornography are more likely to get a divorce than those who do not. What do you think about that?
I think that's corny. Like, who did they? I don't know. It depends who they really surveyed. Like, a bunch of older married people.
No. Everybody was under 45. Everyone was under 45.
I mean, under 45 is still. You have to load in a VHS to watch porn and shit. That's a lot of work. Yeah, we could get it on our fucking TV.
No, they did it today. They did it 2017. You can't go back to 1985, 1990. Here's my thing. I don't have an issue with pornography in a relationship as long as it is not abused. And the only reason why I started watching it with you is because I felt obligated in some sort of way to see what you like to see. Even though sometimes I feel like you're not genuine in what you choose in front of me. I feel like you choose what you think I would like to, or what you think, or you don't want me to know what you really, really like.
I don't delete my search history.
I know.
What do you mean?
Okay, alright, let's talk about this then. Let's talk about this. Let's just change the whole entire vibe.
Well, one, our pornography is on our TV. So
it's a 65-inch.
Yeah, so it's big asses. Yeah, I don't delete my search history. You could see what I look for. Like,
here's my issue. Here's my issue. And this is where when you have a healthy sex life, I wonder why a guy needs to go to pornography. He
and I'll
says...
tell you, no, how about, I'm right here.
Yeah.
You have to tell them what he says.
Watch your language, watch your mouth, and your tongue.
Anyway. No, like, the higher my sex life is, the more sex that I have, the more I want to please myself. The more porn I watch because I'm thinking about our sex. So, like, she could fuck me in the morning.
Babe, our parents are watching this.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Sorry, parents, turn this off.
We got here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she could have just left that morning and gave me some. And I'm awake when I'll go back to sleep. When I wake up, I'm gonna watch porn because I still got that in my mind, and I'm still riled up. So the more sex I have, the more porn I watch, honestly, because I'm just more sexually active. I'm just more wired up. Blood's flowing.
Okay, so I'll say this: when he puts it that way, I totally get it. There was one time, I don't know, it was when we were in the other apartment, and he was watching something that was so far from what I am. And I'm not saying that I need him to only watch porn that is like Latina, looks like me, is like me. I'm not saying that. I just feel that when a person, anyone, watches pornography, they are searching for things that they fantasize. Agree or not? No. So what do you think?
I just might be scrolling and something catch my eye.
Okay, but it has to turn you on.
Any given moment.
But it has to turn you on, yes or no?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm
so
watching
in
midget porn. I'm not watching.
I know you're not, but sometimes he'll watch 400-pound girls. He'll watch like 300 pounds.
I like big asses.
Yes, but you don't care how big the person is with the big ass.
Depends what angle they shooting it from. I don't want to watch a big girl getting a missionary and just watching the wave.
Don't offend anybody.
Hey, I love you big girls.
No offense to anybody that's heavy. It's just, I personally feel like when you watch... I asked him this question.
She ain't no spring chicken.
Listen, no, I am though. Excuse me here. How would you feel if the search history had a bunch of 6'2" African American, 8.5 inchers, and then some black DICKs? How would you feel if you saw that in the search history? Be honest.
It depends.
Don't say if that's what you want. Be honest.
No, if that's all you watch, I'm like, oh, she just wants a black dude. Like, that ass, I'll feel some type of way, yeah. But if you watch everything under the sun, then I'm not mad. You just might have been feeling that way that day. But like, if you're watching specifically fucking Mandingo rip through Latinas, I'm like, oh shit. Like, yeah, like, she wants that. But my shit is different. Like, I did the cross, I don't know why. But my shit is different all through the board. Like porno, I don't know. It's not a problem in my relationship, as far as I see. But she don't even watch that shit.
It was a problem though for a while because I felt like
it don't look like you.
No, it just made me wonder. It's like, did you want certain things that I can't give you? No, you don't just only look at big boobies.
That's
look at different things. I don't know. It makes. I feel that it makes a woman. I don't know, ladies, jump in the comments. Tell me what you really think because it makes me feel a little insecure. Like, did I not do my job as a woman and please you correctly?
You did.
I get what you're saying, and I get it. Trust me.
Niggas been watching porn since they was fucking 12.
I know, but they were also single, getting no type of PUSS.
Niggas, they never stop. We never stop. Guys will always watch porn. It's just something you have
when
to
is it too much then? When do you feel in your opinion?
It's too much if you have a fucking addiction. Every time she goes
What is an addiction?
Every time you go to the grocery store, I'm putting it on and trying to rub one out. Or every time you step foot out of the house, I'm trying to rub one out. Or like you go to sleep on my phone. Like, if you can't help yourself but to watch porn all the time, even if you have a healthy sex life, then yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, ain't that real? And they could jerk off once a day.
Do you think it matters? So then, do you think it matters what type of porn a person watches? Do you think it matters?
Yes, to an extent.
Okay. What do you...
If I'm always watching Asian porn, then you're going to be like, yo, this nigga got an Asian fetish. Like, he wants Asian bitches. Why is
What I will say, I'm going to defend you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You, based on your history, and I don't check his history to be like, oh my God, what is he doing? I actually just look at it because I'm curious.
Here's my ass. She watches porn, bro.
I know I do. I do. I'm not saying that I don't.
I'm not here.
Hold on. I'm not saying that I don't watch it. I'm just saying that I'm curious to see what turns you on, if that makes sense. Like, also, that's why I've said, you know, let's insinuate us watching it together to see what we like, what turns both of us on.
I don't feel the need to watch it together because honestly,
you're
right next to me.
Yeah. Have you ever hid watching pornography from me? No? Okay. I haven't either. And what do you think for... Go. No, go. I didn't have anything to say.
Like you did. Fellas. Shout out Willie Cash, bro.
Oh! I know it's coming.
Alright, is it gayer or more straight? He was telling me about, like, if you watch a transvestite have sex with a female, are you like, oh man, it's a girl with a dick, or is it 4 pairs of boobs and a dick going in a girl?
He also said, but he also said though.
That's just a question. I think it's weird.
But wait, he also said though, shouldn't like it be weird for a guy to watch male and female porn?
Yeah, because they're like, oh, you watching?
Because you're genuinely watching a penis.
But if it's
and
a
you're
penis
watching
on a girl, you're like,
watching
oh,
him
right,
get
more
off.
Acceptable.
But you're watching a man get off to a female.
But this is where I break it all down. It's just like I get what he's saying, and he made a point. Not that he likes that shit, but it was just bringing up a topic.
It was a very good topic, by the way.
No, I get it. I'm like, oh,
valid.
Wait, you watching a female have sex with a female, but she got a dick. Or you're picturing yourself in that situation. So like, even if a guy gets off of watching a girl get a guy head, he's just picturing himself getting that head. Even though I think that's weird.
I feel like for those that do hide it from their partner, what do you recommend they do? Don't you recommend them just to be honest and see if maybe they could explore it together or find an even keel? Because it's also a form of lying if a person does that. If a person feels the need, they must know that they are guilty in some sort of way if they have to hide it from their significant other, that they're watching pornography. There are a lot of women that feel that pornography is a form of cheating.
That's so deep.
It is,
cheating is
but
cheating. Pornography is keeping a nigga from cheating.
I think, here's the thing, the opinions of pornography in a relationship, because for me, I feel like you have to somewhat be attracted to what's happening.
I mean, of course. A little weird, of course, but some people masturbate or get off of the opposite of what they have. I already have this. I come to this every day. I want to come to something different. I mean, I don't know.
I kind of feel like that hurts my feelings personally, because it's like, am I not good enough for you to just want to watch me?
One don't have to do with the other.
You see, but they do.
To a woman's mind.
No, but they do. Because let's say that I'm sending you my own personal homemade porno videos every day. Are you still going to watch porn?
Probably.
See? That's a problem. Do you know the effort that it takes to do those things? To then the person just watches it or doesn't, and they just go to a fucking website to watch a completely other person.
It's one you want out of the norm of what you're in your regular life.
So basically, you're not okay with what you have in your life.
That's not. No, you're taking it that way.
I mean, it could be taken that way though, and that person is not wrong for feeling those types of ways.
I guess,
you know.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think they want that. They want you. They love you. They want this. they say some big ass titties in our ass every day, they gonna look at some ass.
Okay, so if you have big titties and an ass, you still need to look at other big titties and an ass?
I don't know. Maybe you want to look at some petite Asians. I don't know.
I hate you.
This is what it is. Anyway, we're all done. That's volume 2 of a couple things. And yeah, it's fun. Please comment below.
Tell us what you think. We're very curious.
We want to go live soon just so we can answer all the questions, but a couple episodes and then we got you.
Oh my god, yes, this is going to be exciting. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll post up the next 3 topics. We'll post up 6 topics, and you guys will choose the next 3 topics. We have a whole wall full of questions and topics and conversations, and we want to know what you guys think. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. We're still alive. Love you. Bye, guys.